Hi all, welcome. This is our third section. Okay, so before we discuss VPC, subnet, IP, and so many things related to networking part, right? Hello.
Yes, sir. We can hear you.
Yes, and one more thing. Now all of you have AWS account, right? You taken, right?
Yes.
Yeah, last class we created one. Yeah.
Anyone tried the VPC section? I mean, creating VPC, subnet, something like.
Yeah, I have created and I deploy the machine also.
Okay, fine. So you created your own VPC, subnet, root table, all thing, right?
Yes.
Okay, fine. What about others?
I have not.
Okay. So the previous section, we are stuck on uh, subnet creation or something like.
Can you show once again, like when you create EC2, how we can?
Sure, sure. We will continue the previous lab actually. Okay. Yeah, I hope everyone have the account right now. And uh, we need to create some, the networking part, I mean, from VPC, and we need to thoroughly learn that part. That's the core networking parts of uh, cloud and on-premise, same thing. But we are now creating these things as virtually. Okay, that's all. That's the difference. Okay, first we go to the VPC. Okay. Sometimes it will take some time to load the page. Okay, fine. Just to go to my VPC, and it will show there my default VPC and my created VPC, all things listed in under the VPC. And the VPC client is the newly created one, right?
Yeah, that's the one which we created last class.
Yes. And we have some doubt regarding the IPs, right? IP, then subnet. Okay. I think everyone know what is IP, right? Internet protocol. Right?
Yeah,
And subnet.
so I have no idea, sir. I just know the IP, like every device connected to internet has an IP. So that's all I know.
Got it. VPC. This is my existing VPC. Okay. The name is VPC client. Okay. Got it. And inside the VPC, I created one subnet. And I named something like subnet public. Okay. I will check again. Subnet, go to subnet. Yeah, pub sub. Okay. This is under the VPC. This is my VPC, newly created one, the VPC client. So the name is subnet public subnet public. And this subnet have its own IP, right? We need to provide IP for each subnet. Got it? So my VPC IP is 0.0.0.0. Just to go to the VPC and verify. VPC client IP is, this is my IP. Okay. 0.0.0. And after slash, that means netmask. Okay. That is 16. What is next mask? Anyone know? And verify our subnet. Okay. I mean the IP of my subnet. My subnet IP is 0.16. I will just delete the subnet and once again I will create. Okay. Now I have the subnet VPC only. Okay. So I will, if I creating subnet, I will provide this IP. That 1.0.0 and the /24. Got it. And coming to IP, it's a protocol actually. It's a internet protocol, and that have a set of rules that how the data packets are sent and received. Got it? Over the internet. And this is basically for communications and exchanging information between different networks or different devices. For example, we have just assume that in our room, okay, in our room, this is our room. In our room there is two PC, okay. how these two machines talk each other? Anyone know? For example, our requirement is to send one file from this A to this is machine A and this is machine B. How we will talk? Consider this
But
are laptop or desktop, okay? Lap
to
or
LAN.
oh, okay. Nowadays there are different technologies we can use for communication. So the traditional way, we buy a switch, okay, and take a LAN from machine A and put it into the switch, and this for B, take a LAN and put it into the switch, and ensure that for machine A and B have a valid IP. Got it? And the IP classes are same. If the IP class is different, then they didn't talk. For example, we are using some kind of IP like these IPs are private IPs. Okay, we didn't. You know what is private IP and public IP? Anyone?
I
Public.
think public IP, the ones which are publicly visible, like someone outside the domain also can use the public IP to talk to the machine.
Who will give the public IP?
Well, it is defined when a system is built, right? Like maybe the system admin does it.
Okay. And IPv4. IPv6. Okay, these are the some core words, I mean core things in networking part. So yeah, the private IP we can put the private IP. Got it? There is some class, okay, subclasses, IP classes, class A, class A, class B, and class C. Class D also there, okay, class D. So each classes have different ranges of IP. In a single word, each classes have different ranges of IP. So according to our requirement, we will choose the corresponding class, okay. For example, that's up to the requirement. For example, we have 100 machines, okay. So we need to provide 100 IPs, I mean private IPs. So that case, we we take the IP class ranges. If we have much more, I mean thousands of 2000 machines, we need to given that much IP for the each computers for communication. So that we will choose another IP ranges. That's all. Because each IP classes have that much IPs, holding that much IP. That's all. And for example, yeah, here the communication between two machines, we provide same IP class for each one. Got it? So that they can talk with each other. Nowadays, there is Wi-Fi options there. So, for example, A connect to the Wi-Fi and B connect to the Wi-Fi, and there is a DHCP server. Okay, we didn't provide manually IP because the Wi-Fi router or Wi-Fi machines have DHCP service. They will automatically allocate IP to connected machine. The same IP ranges. Got it?
Please give us an example of IP range for class A, C, and D, like from where it starts and where it ends. Like, do they overlap or they are unique to each classes?
Yes, I will briefly show you the classes.
And also, please explain what's public and private IP, sir.
Okay. The coming to public and private IPs are the IP, the one who the IT infra you and I given to the specific machine. Okay. For example, for creating the VPC, right? So in that time, we will provide the IP. This is also a private IP. And for subnet, same private IP. And the IP given by the our corresponding vendors, for example, the Airtel, for example, our SIM services, okay, they will provide IP for accessing internet. That is called public IP, okay. And the next thing is the classes. This is class A, okay, class A. And class A is the first class, okay. Starting, and that IP ranges, I think, from starting from 1.0.0.0 to 127, 126, 126, 126.0.0.0. Okay. This is a class A IP, okay. This IP we are using for the large networks. I told you before, because there is so many machines there. So that case, we are providing the IP. Got it? Class B. Class B starting from where? From 128. It's continuation, okay, from class A.
So you mean to say there is no 127? Directly we move to 128.
Yes, 127 is reserved actually. I will explain. 128.0.0.0 to 191 to 255.0. And this is for, first one is for the large complex network, okay. The second one, we can like a medium size network, we can select this type of IP. And class C, class C. Class C start from 192 to 192, 0.0.0.0 to like
Is there
to
any specific format to give the IP?
not specific means we just choose the class, okay, that's all. Under the class, there is some format there. For example, this class C start from 192, from 192, okay, got it. Two, two,
As
three.
you're taking 4 digits or like
Yes,
is
that I will explain.
okay.
5, 0. And these are the IPs we are use, okay, I mean the class C. We are using this IP. I mean not in the cloud, for local LAN, okay. And there is these are the common IP ranges, and some D classes there and E classes also there, I think, yes. And D for multi-class, I mean they are using for multicast group, okay. I mean sending multiple destinations simultaneously, we can use class D. And class D have less IP ranges, like starting from 2 to 4, 2 to 4, like 0, 0, 0, 0 to I think 555, yes, 255, like that, 255, 255, 255. Got it. And you guys don't worry about this IP ranges, okay? Because I have some, got it. Yeah, 240 to 192 to 2440 E for 240, right? Okay. And we are commonly using this class C, okay? Or coming to cloud, we are using 10 series IPs, okay? For example, we are using class C, okay? I mean starting from 192.0.0.0. I am giving the one scenario here, so you will get more idea. So this is my this is a lab. Consider this is a lab, okay? So here there is 10 machines. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So this scenario, we are only I have 10 PCs, okay? So I can choose the IP from class C. Got it. In class C, we can hold around, with a single IP, we can hold 255 hosts, okay? Here there is only 10 hosts. For example, if I give IP for this machine, 190, I am choosing the class C, okay? 192.168.0.1. This is my first machine IP. Got it. And here the format, I will explain the format, okay? This part is network part. And this last one is host part. The one. Got it. For example, if I have 250, the limitation is 255 for each IPs. I mean, now this is one, okay? We can add up to machine like this, okay? Two. For example, this is machine 1 and this is machine 255. So how the IP will look like is 192.168.0. These are the networking part. I mean, for network identification. And the last machine IP look like 255. 255. Then can I add any machine to that network? I mean, my networks have 255 machines. No, because this IP ranges, I mean the C-class IP ranges hold for a single network only 250 machines. So how can I add more? I need to change the IP accordingly. Okay. So I will change the IP, I mean the network to, here the network IP is 192.168.0, right? So I will change the 0, okay? 192.168.0 will change to 1. Then again, it will start from 0, okay? Like 192.168. Now our new IP is, I mean host IP change, okay, here. That is 1, then 0. This is my first machine, okay? I mean the IP of my first machine, this network. Then I can add up to 255. Then it will change again, then 2, right? So here the problem is, here if yes, for this case, there is 2 network. Network 1 have 255 machines and network 2 have 250 machines. The problem is for network 1 can't talk with the network 2 because these two are different network. So for that case, we need to add the route and some things to communication. That's all. Any doubt?
Yeah, just one doubt. I mean, if you see on the right side of the screen, you said like 10.0.0./16. So what does that mean? /16/24?
Yes, that is called a netmask. Okay, I will explain netmask. What is netmask?
Okay.
Netmask is nothing. It's after we putting the netmask, we can assure that much of machines, I mean host we have got, okay? Like there is a calculator, okay, for managing the network. I will show the. There is one nice right there. Yes, this is one. Okay. Copy. I put on the chat. So in my case, okay, in my VPC case, I am given the IP 10.series. Okay. And for subnet, I am again put the IP and I change the netmask here. That is 24. So okay. So we are discussing IPs, right? So yeah, netmask. Coming to netmask. Okay. Everyone in, right? I think 2 of members are there. Yeah.
Maybe one is missing. I'm not sure. The count usually is 8, I believe.
Okay. Yeah, we can start. For this is the IP that I given for my VPC, and this is for the subnet. If I have another subnet, then I will again provide the IPs, okay, within the VPC range. Okay, got it. So, for example, in a simple term, just assume that for the VPC, I have 100 IP ranges. Okay, where it is? Yeah. For my VPC, I have how many hosts? I mean IP ranges 100. I mean this IP ranges, just assume, okay, this IP ranges hold 100 of IPs. So I can add 100 machines. Got it? So that yeah, I can share this IP of my VPC for the subnet. So I have 100 IP. I have 100 IP. So just assume that I have one more subnet here. Okay. And I am providing another IP like 10.0.0 dot sorry dot 0 dot again I am put 1.0 and /24. Okay, here I have 10 IP, right? Sorry, 100 IP for my VPC.
100 IPs, yeah.
Yeah. So here what will done, like I share the IP to the each subnet. For this subnet, I am sharing 50. For this again 50, because I only have 100 IP, right? For example, if I need to create another subnet, what will I do? Because my VPC can't serve that much IP. I mean, it's fully loaded. I mean, the only there is 100 IP, and I share the IP 100 divide by 2 and send 50 to each subnet, right? So here what is happening is, if I share 50 IP to each subnet, okay, this subnet can hold 50 IPs, okay. So here I can add 100, I mean 50 virtual machine, not 50. Some IPs need to have for the subnet. So we will get, I think, 48 or 49 IPs here. So I can hold that much resources here. So each resource need the internal IPs. I mean the private IP. These all are private IP. Okay, got it?
Mm-hmm.
Makes sense? Or confused?
Yeah, so far so good.
Yeah. So how we calculate the IPs? Okay, that's I share the website to you. Here we can choose which subnet. I mean, these all are up to our requirement. For example, the client requirement. For example, clients needs to host large network. Okay, like that. We didn't bother about anything. You just choose the IP ranges. Okay, most commonly using IP in cloud is 10 dot series, 10.0.0.0, and we need to worry about or confuse about the subnet mask. You just come here. Okay, so anyone know if I choose the subnet, I mean the netmask 32, how many hosts that I get for this single IP?
Sorry, how many what, sir?
How many IPs? Yeah, IPs are starting from 1 to 32. Okay, 1 to 32. These are the bit. Okay, for example, 192.168. I am taking a simple example 0.0. Okay, and this is the 8-bit, first 8-bit. Okay, and this is the next 8-bit, and the 0 is 8-bit. I mean that's the capacity of each segment. This is one segment, and every dot is a segment. Like consider every dot means segment. 8888. Okay, got it. For IPv4, we got 32-bit IP ranges. 8 plus 8 plus 8 plus 8. Got it. So that is shown here, the bit. Okay. The last bit is 32 and starting from 1 to 32. 1 to 32. For example, I am providing IP like for my VPC, okay, 10.0.0.0/32. Then I will get only how much IP? Single IP. Calculate, just calculate. This is my IP ranges. Got it. Only one IP I will get. Okay. So here we can given the net mask accordingly. Just you guys can see. If I provide /1 net mask, then I will get this much IP. You see something in course, I think. So these are based on our project and all things. For our case, we can choose like 16. Okay, if I choose 16, then we get 65,536 IPs for my scenario. This scenario for the VPC, I have that much IP ranges. Okay. So I can add more subnet in that VPC. So again, I will segregate the IP. Okay, you don't confuse about that. For each subnet, I am choosing 24. Okay, then I go there and choose the 24. Then for the single subnet, I have only 256 IP. Now you got make sense, right?
So one question. So if you are using /32 or /16 or /24, so these are like these are generated and we are seeing the IP count, but all these are part of the same network, right?
Right. Because the network is,
Okay.
this is my network. My network.
Okay, that's your network.
This is my network. 10.0.0./16 is my network. My network holds 65,000 IPs, right?
Okay. Okay.
So I just divide the IP and provide to each subnet, right? According to my requirement.
Okay. Okay.
Got it. So now you got what is a subnet, right? It's a ranges of IP, right? Got it.
All right. So that's called a subnet. So
Yes,
subnet and networks, both
yeah,
are one
we
and the same,
segregate.
isn't it?
We segregate the network, and it's all the IP ranges, and that's a thing we can discuss when coming to the subnet.
Okay.
Okay. And these all are IPv4. Okay. Got it. These IPs all are IPv4 and private IPs. Anyone have any doubt?
So in this, we are going to use in our SEO IPv4 IP only. So we are not going to IPv6, right?
No. IPv6 is much complex, It's a hexadecimal character. Coming to IPv4, all are numeric, right? Like 10.0.0. When coming to IPv6, the IP looks like this double quote and then ABC. This is 32-bit, right? And IPv6 is like 84, 120 something, I think. IPv6.
Yeah, that's complex. So yeah, I got your
120.
point.
Yeah,
Obvious.
IPv6 128-bit. Yeah, it's 128-bit. Okay. You know why we use IPv4 and IPv6? Why use these two, or we can choose anyone? Any question regarding?
No idea.
Yeah.
We can create more number of IPs.
Yes, IPv6 is a traditional IP ranges. I mean IP version, IP protocol. That IPv4 have some limitation. For example, in we just use I mean just assume in our universe there is 100 peoples, okay, 100 peoples, and for that 100 people, the ICANN, I mean the Internet Protocol a agencies ICANN. So they are the one who provide the IPs. I mean the public or private, and they provide for. I mean, just this is our universe, okay. And here only 100 human being, and I can provide for this human being. There is 1,000 IPs. Consider 1,000 IPs, okay. This is only the. I mean, this is the maximum ranges of the IPv4. Consider like that. And this is public, okay. I'm talking about the public IPs. So here 100 people have 100 mobile phone, consider like that, okay. And at the same time they are using internet, okay. Each one surfing the internet at the same time, consider like that. So the IPv4 will provide, I mean their corresponding network provider will given their public IP for each persons, I mean the 100%. So here only 1,000, okay, 1,000. So it's like 9,000 is, I mean 100 less. Then the remaining is 9,000 public IPs there, okay. So no problem. If they add one more mobile, the IPv4 can handle, because again it's provide 100 IP more, right? Then their reserve is 800 IPs there, no problem. Okay. So this is a scenario actually, okay, why we switch into IPv6. So coming days, they are buying, I mean, they multiply like 100 people's going to 500 people, okay. And they have small devices, not the phone, the laptop, the personal computer, the TV, smart TV, so many things. So the devices are what growing, right? And the users needs also growing. I mean, coming to the internet world. So the machines are huge here. So only 1,000 IP in IPv6, okay. This is just a scenario, okay. The IPv4 have a lot of IPs. I will show you how much IP. And here the problem is like the machines count is high. So this IPv4 can't handle this much machines, right? Because the count is above 1,000. How they communicate, how they provide the public IP. That's the scenario. So now we need to switch into IPv4 to IPv6. IPv6 have lot of IPs. I mean, billions of millions of IP. For example, if for example a single person have 1,000 of mobile or anything, at the same time we are using that much thousands of device to connect to internet, the IPv6 can give the IPs, that much IP in IPv6. Make sense?
Okay, got you, sir.
IPv6 range. In a single term, it's nothing. It's a same like this, okay, like VPC and that thing. It's a ranges of IPs that hold. When we are using internet, the provider, corresponding provider will the IP, right? I mean, going to the deep IPv6 and IPv4, we need to dig more because so many calculations and so many things are there. Okay. For our case, this is enough. If you guys, anyone need to learn more about IPs, just ping me, okay? We will cover the section.
Okay, sir.
Okay. Yeah, as a DevOps engineer, we learned these things. I mean, where it is. Yeah, these are the things we need to learn. Okay. I mean, what are things we are set up when creating a VPC, subnet, and the IP classes are end in the subnet. That's all. After that, we just deploy our resources, and the subnet will automatically allocate the IPs to the resource. Got it? Any doubt? I mean, in IPs and for example, if you are guys creating VPC and subnet, okay, so that time you didn't face any confuse. That's why I'm talking about. Once more, any doubt regarding?
So to be honest, last time when we created VPC, we were not having any clear head idea about like how the IPs work. So now we know like, okay, this is VPC and this is subnet, and
Yes, for
I think
example,
when we
for example, after section you just try, okay, you just try a subnet, okay. I mean a VPC. This is a VPC. Don't yeah, this is my VPC. Create a VPC and give a name and IP. The IP looks like this, okay. 10.0.0.0. And you guys can choose the required netmask using the calculator. You for example, you need you can choose 16, okay. For example, this is why we after the VPC, for example, I'm choosing 16, okay. That due to, for example, in my VPC now only two subnet is fine. Some other time, I mean, after some time, the client will ask, create another subnet. So that I reserve this much IP here. Got it? For example, I'm creating a two subnet here. Okay. And here, my netmask is 16. So here 65,500 and something IPs is there, right? 36 or like that. I am here just to reserve this IP. Got it? And I just provide for this, if I choose the subnet like /24, okay, 10.0.0/24. If I choose 24, then this subnet have 255, 254 or 255. 256. Yeah. 256 IPs. So this scenario, I can add 1 to 255 machines, right? Got it. I mean, this much virtual machine I can create it in a single subnet. So just to minus this thing, okay, 256 minus this thing. So that's my result again. So again, I am creating another subnet and providing the netmask 24. So here's the same thing, 256 host I can hold here. This is my scenario. If sometimes we need to add more network, I'm not subnet, we create another subnet and we just taken the IPs from this mains PPC address. Okay, I mean from this. Again, I am here 24. So that I can hold that much, create that much subnet in my single VPC. Got it. And here we can reduce the IPs. For example, if we didn't need 255 hosts, we can choose 255. I mean /25. So it will just 128 hosts there. If you choose 24, then only 64 IP ranges. We choose 27, 32, 28, 60. Like this, we can choose accordingly, okay? And this is the netmask calculator. You can, if you have any doubt, just go through the site, okay? You will get more the idea which netmask that will provide for the subnet mask. I mean the subnet. Got it? Any doubt? So shall I create a subnet?
Yeah.
Yeah, here I am choosing my anyone have any doubt regarding subnet mask? All are fine?
Yes, sir. I mean, so far so good. If I have any doubt, I'll get back to you.
Okay. Okay, I'm creating a subnet. Okay. I created a VPC. This is my VPC. And now I'm creating a subnet. Create, choosing my VPC. And for example, the subnet we are creating for one more purpose, like sometimes we need to expose our resources, okay, to the public. Okay. Just this is my subnet 1 and this is my subnet 2. And sometimes we need to consider this subnet is private and this subnet is public, okay? For the scenario, this is public and we need to select this as private. Means, for example, here one virtual machine, here also one virtual machine. So this machine can talk with the internet, okay? Because my subnet is public. Got it? Here the network connections in the public subnet, okay? So my machine can talk with the internet and download the things, and the end user or anyone can access my machine, okay, using the appropriate credential. Got it? So this make public subnet. And what is private subnet? Again, here one virtual machine. This machine can't talk to the internet. That's why sometimes we need to keep our resources secretly, okay? There is no inbound and outbound internet connection. Got it? This scenario is like, for example, we have a website and this is the front end, okay? In public, this is the front end of the website. I mean, the one who see the user interface, okay? And for the same website, we have a database, okay? So this is the database because most probably we didn't expose our database to public, okay? Why? Because it will much easier for attacking our database and the things. We keep the database in private, okay? In this scenario and in DevOps scenario, in container scenario, all scenario, we keep our database private. And we create a connection inside our VPC like this, okay? For example, here one user is accessing our website. The request is coming to the front end. I mean the user interface. They can access the thing and they are like that. And the detail will save to the database, okay? I mean, for example, he need to access some database content and there is a request from here to database using some API or anything. And the user can't go directly to the database. So this is one of the scenario. So that's why when we creating the subnet, we sometimes specify the name like private or public. Okay. For now, I am using public sub. And these are the availability zone. Okay. For Europe, Stockholm, there is 3 availability zone. I mean 3 different data centers. You know, this EU North A, 1A is in some other location, 1B is in another location, and 1C is in another location. You
Sir,
can choose any availability zone.
So I think the previous subnet which you created was also public only, if I'm not wrong.
I delete the thing there.
Okay.
sir, the availability zone, they will be dependent on where we are located, correct?
No. For example, you are the company owner and you need to create a account. I mean a AWS account to host your application. For example, your website. And your audience are based on India. Okay. So for that scenario, you can choose the Indian region, I mean the Asian region, and host your resources nearby the audience available zone. For example, your specific audience are based on Mumbai. You can choose your resources in Mumbai data center. So they can access fastly. Okay, that's all. Fastly means just a bit of time because
The reason I asked, sorry to interrupt, is that I saw that in your drop down box, you only had Europe available. I didn't see any other zones.
yeah,
And on my
because I'm using Stockholm, Europe. You can see here. See,
yeah.
these are the available regions. Okay.
There we
Here
go. Thank you.
use North Virginia, use Ohio, California, so many regions, Canada Central, use Europe.
Thank you, sir.
Under each region, there is multiple available zone, right?
Yes.
The collection of available zone is region. Okay.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay, fine. So I'm giving the IP, okay, and make sure if we are giving subnet IP, it's under our what VPC IP ranges. Otherwise, it will make thing okay messy. I'm providing here 0./24 because I need only 255 hosts for the each subnet. I'm just creating the subnet. Yeah, here we can see this much IP we can get. Okay, some other IPs will reserve. You see, 255 machines I can hold in this subnet. Okay. So now I created subnet. The question is, my subnet is public or private now?
Yeah, quick question. So I'm trying to create a subnet here and I'm getting an error. It says address overlaps with existing sets 10.0.0.
What is your IPv6? I mean, VPC IP.
I think it is 16. Let me just go back and check because.
Okay. That's
checking
why I
it just a
told we
moment.
need to ensure the
16, yeah. 16, yes, 16. Yeah. 10.0.0/16.
Then give the IP like 24, just using 10.0.0.0/24. It will work.
/24. Okay.
Yeah. So my question is, this subnet is public or private? I'm just creating the subnet, that's all. The answer is no. We need to configure. Okay. Here, yeah, previous class I created the public root table. So I am using the same root table here. Okay. So just open the root table and I need to associate that newly created subnet. So edit the subnet association and choose the corresponding subnet that I have created newly and save the association. Yes, yeah. The previous class I also route that one added one route that is routing to my internet gateway, so that now I can say my subnet is public. Okay. Any doubt for the newly joined?
Can you please tell once again about root table?
Yeah, I will delete the root table. Okay, just leave. Because I think some of new members are here. Root table is, I need to deassociate the thing. Okay. So first I created VPC. Okay. Then I created subnet and name it as public. The IP ranges is, you can follow this IP ranges. Okay. So for the lab, it will work, not overlapping or anything. And I need to make this, I just given the name public, but it's not public. This is private actually. So
So
that,
once I create the subnet, can I change the IP address? Or like yesterday for my VPC, I gave /16. For my subnet also, I gave /16. So I'm not able to create an internet gateway for my subnet.
Why?
So can we change the IP address or should I create a new subnet?
You couldn't create a new subnet because for example, your VPC have 100 IPs and you allocate that full 100 IPs to the single subnet, right? You created
Single
that
subnet,
subnet.
yes. Yes.
So you just delete the subnet and create another subnet with it, this subnet mask, okay? So you just
Oh,
segregate the IP, yeah.
okay.
And
Thank you.
yeah, for the internet gateway, I created an internet gateway and that is called my network. Just to create the internet gateway and attach to my VPC, okay? That is called VPC client. You can see here my VPC ID and name. Then I created internet gateway and attached. This is internet gateway and attached. Now I need to create a root table and associate with the public subnet. So going to root table and create root table. Again, here we can specify whether this is public root or private root. So I am just here public root table short form RT and choose the this is my VPC. So I'm choosing my VPC, create root table. And here under root table, we need to associate with the corresponding subnet. So go to the subnet association and edit subnet association. And it will show my all subnet here, okay, under the VPC. Because this root table also in my newly VPC. So under the VPC, how many subnet there? It will show here. Here only one subnet, that way this is only show one here. So this is my required one. So I am choosing the public subnet and save association. Now what happened here? The root table is associated with my subnet. So what are things I am given in the root table? It will automatically fetch to my subnet. Got it? So here only again I am going back to the root table. This is my root table and go to the root. Okay, this is the root. Root means the communication from where to the destination, like that. There's a source and a destination. So we need to specify that thing. So edit the root. By default, there is one default route here that is called inside the VPC to the resources. For example, internal communication. We can say internal communication. Okay, that is by default it created in each route table. That is this one. This is the destination is my VPC address. This is my VPC IP, and it's going to the local. Local means inside the VPC. So I need to add one more route because my requirement is I need for this, for example, here I am creating a virtual machine. Okay. So this machine needs to talk with the internet and someone outside this VPC can access my things inside our subnet. Okay. That's my requirement to expose the thing. So that I will add one more route and the route destination is 0000/0. This is the public. This is considered as public. Okay, I mean the internet. Okay, this IP. So anyone can access. That's the thing. Anyone can access the target. Where target is what? Here the target is our internet gateway. I created an internet gateway. Okay, so it will show here. Yeah, my network. So this is my created internet gateway, and this gateway is attached to my VPC also, and save. Now I can say my public, I mean my subnet is public. Got it? Because in this is my root table, and here I am add one more route that from anywhere, any connection, then please go to internet gateway is my destination, internet gateway. And this query is associated with my subnet. So it automatically affect to my subnet. So this way we are exposing our resources to public. So if I created any virtual machine or anything, it's considered this as public. Anyone can access, the machine can access to the internet like that. Got it? And these are
How it shows that internet, my network, how did it connect that internet gateway
go to root
when it shows
and
to the
edit
public?
root, and just add one more root. Choose 000 and drop down the target. Our target is internet gateway. Choose the internet gateway. It will shows here. If you created any internet
Yeah,
gateway,
that
it will shows here. You created internet gateway, right? And attach to the VPC. Verify that. If you didn't attach VPC, then it is not show here. Because we are all work with the corresponding VPC. Anyone have any doubt regarding VPC, subnet, route table, internet gateway?
if you don't mind, can you show one more time that how we created that internet gateway?
Yeah. First we created VPC. Okay. I think you created the VPC, then go to internet gateway. You can see my screen. Just to go to internet gateway and create a internet gateway and just to name your internet gateway and create internet gateway. When we click the create internet gateway, it will, there is a pop-up thing there to attach that newly created internet gateway to any VPC in your account. So make sure you choose your corresponding VPC and attach this internet gateway to that VPC. Got it?
Okay, yeah. When I go through, I will do.
If you face any issue, just ask. Okay.
Yeah, thank you.
And now I am good to go to creating a machine. Just EC2. And when creating virtual machines, give name, okay, and choose the corresponding, appropriate OS that we need. I am choosing a Linux machine, Amazon Linux machine, and the machine type. For here, I am using T3.micro free tier, and we need to choose the key pair. I am created one key pair before, that is called test. If you didn't have any key pair, we can choose the create new pair. And here in network, we need to choose the corresponding VPC, subnet, and all things. Okay. Here by default, it's the default VPC here. I'm choosing the newly created one, VPC client. That's my VPC. And the subnet is only one there, that will show there, the public subnet. And make sure auto assign IP is enabled. Otherwise, we didn't get the public IP. And security group is enough, SSH is fine.
I have a question.
Yes.
When I create a key pair yesterday. I can still use the same key pair for the new
Yes, yes. You can create. For best practices or you're coming to production environment, you need to create different PKs because this is considered as, for example, you have a key and in your home there is multiple rooms, but you are using the single key to open each room. Okay. So that's much privacy there. That's the thing.
Oh, security.
Yes. Now I created my virtual machine. Okay. Where? Inside my VPC. Here I am created a Amazon Linux. Amazon Linux means it's Amazon's Linux machine, okay, for AWS, and they are using the kernel of Linux, and they customize. That's all. And this is my server, okay. This is my running machine. I mean EC2 machine. Just click that machine, and we can easily connect. I mean there's a instant connect there. Just to connect. I mean go to the machine and connect. And EC2 instant connect and connect. Okay. Then it will open in a new terminal. This is the way how we connect our machine remotely using browser. Okay. And we can use different way of login with our local machine, CMD and PowerShell and so many things. Now I will just go through that. Okay. I mean using the browser because we didn't have much time. Coming section, I will take the section of creating virtual machine and what are the things we need to ensure. There is so many things in creating a virtual machine. Now I recommend to deploy an application. That's all. So this is the my machine. Okay, Amazon machine. The Amazon machine username is EC2 user by default. Okay. And this is the IP. This is what IP? Anyone can say? Anyone? Hello?
Yeah, it's 10.0.0.185.
Who will give this IP to the machine?
Well, I think Amazon itself gives this IP to the machine.
Yes, because
AWS. Yeah.
yes, AWS, but this IP ranges we provide to the subnet, right? So the subnet will allocate the IP in between that 250 count. I mean, there is a 254 IPs ranges in that subnet, right? So this machine got 185 IP ranges. Okay, if I create another one, they will get another IP. That all in between that 255 count. Okay, 254 count. Got it?
Okay.
Yeah. This is given by the DHCP in the subnet or anything like that. That's why it's a random IP. I mean 184. This is the host address, okay? And this is the subnet address. This won't change and this change. So, and you guys, we need to learn some Linux commands and some things like that. And I updated the flyer, okay? I mean the course content and it will under processing with the some other team, I mean graphical team there. So yeah, now this is my address, okay? Just ping to the public, ping 8.8.8. Yeah, now we can say my machine can talk with internet, okay? This is the DNS of Google. Now I'm creating a connection to the Google server. So what happened here? This is my machine and I just go to the Google DNS server to verify the connection is good. So it's good, okay? Now I'm talking with the internet. Got it?
Hmm.
So for deploying any application, sudo su. Now I am in user mode. Okay, I'm just switch to the root user. So I will get maximum privilege. Okay, like a administrator like that. Yum update, yum install. HTTPD. Yes. I'm just installing a web server. Okay. Don't confuse. I think time is up, right?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, my server is active. So then shall we wind up?
Can I ask you a question? Yesterday when we created a web page in this server, so how we created? Can you show me once?
Yesterday?
When you created a web page, I mean website or
We didn't create
HTTP
that
web.
actually.
Sorry.
We didn't cover that section. It's time up. I think we just stuck on creating the virtual machine, right? For our previous section.
Yeah.
If you have time,
We
then I
just-
will show you. For a couple of
It's
minutes, I will.
everybody's interest.
10 minutes. I think if I get 10 minutes, I will. Now I am creating server. Okay, web server.
Out of curiosity, was there a session because yesterday? Because I was under the impression that we were doing 3 times a week, or are we doing all 5 times a week?
Yes.
3 times a week or 5 times a week?
The majority is 3 times a week. If you have more section, for example, there is a Monday class, okay, Tuesday week off, I mean off, and Wednesday class. Then that's for, I mean, periodically we can take class. We got, I think, 4 classes, right, for week. So we can reduce the period, okay. We can wind up the full entire course in between 2.5 and 2 months, okay. So you
Okay.
also got the point, and you can start the other process, okay, after completing process. So time is one of the thing, and you guys will choose the correct, I mean, correct time accordingly. I am ready to take classes, even it's for weekly 6 or 5 or 4, no issue.
Okay. Thank you. I was just wanting to confirm what the poll was.
The poll is
Maybe we can
3,
after
right?
we cover the basics. If everybody's interest, we can increase like 4 maybe. Once we get on the basics, we will be on the flow to understand. Maybe
Yes.
that time we can
Yeah, we can.
on everybody's interest.
Yes. For example, Monday class, Tuesday off, Wednesday class, Thursday off, Friday class. Again, like that, right? Again, Sunday and Monday class, right? 2 continuous days.
Okay.
Yeah. So you guys are decide, okay? So we can do that. Or for the 1 month, we can go through that, this, and after we can speed up the things, okay? Like for section
Yeah, I
rotation.
think that will be a better idea. So let's wait for 1 month so that we catch up the concept here, and then after a month we can have a poll once again,
Yeah,
and
good.
then accordingly we can take it forward. Yeah.
Yeah, that's better. Yeah, we planned that actually. Fine, yeah.
Thank you, sir.
Okay. Then I think time is up there, right? 11 o'clock or something like.
Yeah, it's almost 11 right now.
Okay, then we can wind up.
You can.
Yeah. Then okay, bye.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah,
Yeah.
then maybe
Have a
tomorrow
good
we
night.
can see that how we created that web page.
Yes.
You mean Friday or
Friday,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah,
Friday.
Sorry.
Yes.
Friday. Yeah.
okay?
So in
Thank you.
between there is some days, right? So you guys done the thing, okay? Okay.
Okay, sir.
So for a homework, like I will provide some web content and a web server deployment steps. You guys try it your own, okay? How to create, I mean, from VPC to deploy application or sample application. Okay, I will share the things in the chat, I mean the group. You guys try it on yourself, okay? And give me the feedback.
Okay.
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 Yeah, after that, the
Thank
coming
you.
section, I will show you, okay? Okay.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Okay,
Thank
bye.
you very much.
Bye.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.